Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a super fast, easy barbacoa. I use this sartén right here, and I usually use it with this thing that goes on top with holes, and I cook it with the water on the bottom with the vapor. But since I don't have that, what I'm going to do today is going to be also just using this pan. I'm going to put a little bit of oil, and I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil because I don't want my meat to get stuck down there. So about that much oil. Let it do its thing and move around. I'm gonna wash my meat, put my meat in there, and then add some water. So let me be right back. I'm just gonna wash this really fast, cut it up, and then put it in there. Okay, I washed my meat. I put some water and a small piece of onion. It was just like the tip of this onion that I put in, very small. It's just to give it an extra flavor. So recap, I put a little bit of olive oil so that it doesn't get stuck to the bottom, and this is just olive oil. I put 3 cups of this Starbucks water cup thing. I put 3 of these in here. So that's that for now. I'm gonna let this simmer and boil and kind of cook, but before that I'm gonna add some consommé and some regular salt. So for the regular salt, I don't really measure, but I kind of just sprinkle some in there. So that's just the regular salt. And then consommé, or what is this, knorr. I'm gonna add like maybe 2 spoons of these. At the end, you're also gonna add more flavor, but this is just for it to boil together. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stir it a little bit, and then we're gonna make the salsa, cut up the veggies, and do everything else. Utensils. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, let the flavor go everywhere. And it is 1:37 right now. I don't know if you could see. 1:38. We'll let this boil for about, maybe like an hour. I'll be back like in an hour. I'm gonna leave it on medium. So as you can see, it's on medium heat. I'm gonna let it boil, and then we'll be right back. So I don't know if you could tell, but I'm gonna be using Chile guajillo. It's already open from a previous bag that I already used. So I'm going to start making the salsa. And with the Chile guajillo, all you do is you crack it, you open it, make sure you get all the seeds out, and then put it to the side, because that's what you're going to make your salsa with. Since these are a little older, they're not old, but I've had them for a while, they're a little harder. You just kind of just open them and let the seeds come out. Let's say we're gonna use about maybe 8 of them. It doesn't have to be that many. I didn't mention it in the beginning of the video, but I'm going to be doing only 6 pounds of meat. It's like 6.5 or something like that. Okay, so for the ingredients, I'm gonna use Chile guajillo entero. I buy this at Food for Less. I'm gonna use a piece of an onion, like half of a half, I want to say, of an onion. I'm gonna use some of the mixtas. It's just a pinch of this. This is all for the salsa. I'm gonna add some salt and 3 garlic cloves and a little bit of consommé. And that's pretty much everything for the salsa. For the meat, I just go to the carniceria and I asked for 6 pounds. I got 6.5 pounds of carne para la barbacoa. Let me see if I still have the wrapper. Okay, so I do have the wrapper, but it's ribs. Okay, so the meat is called boneless beef chuck roast. This is what I used. This is what I used for the barbacoa. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna clean up my mess right now. I'm gonna make the salsa. I cleaned out the chiles, as you guys seen. After I cleaned out the chiles, I let them boil, and it was about like 8 chiles, I want to say, that I used. And I'm gonna let them boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. It is 1:47, so I'm gonna do it for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna do the whole process of making the salsa. So it is 2:03 now. The chiles look pretty much cooked. Oh, sorry. The chiles look pretty much cooked. So as long as they turn like a reddish color and then they're like really soft, we're just gonna add them into the blender. Put them in the blender. And what I'm gonna do is I filled up the water to where it says syrup. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna add only 3 garlic cloves. And then I'm gonna add some salt. Kind of looks like a lot, but it's not that much. And then I'm gonna add a piece of onion, but let me cut the onion. I'm gonna add the mixtas. So this is what they look like. I buy this at Food for Less as well. I'm gonna put a leaf. So there's 1 leaf. And then I'm gonna grab a pinch of these seeds. And that's pretty much that. Let me just cut the onion really fast. Need a little bit more water. It might be a little thick, but I'm gonna blend it first and then show you guys how the consistency looks. I kind of just go by the consistency. And if you can hear my kids in the background, I'm sorry, they're playing. So I'll turn it on. Now that it's blended, consistency is really good. It's not too thick and it's not too watery. Let me get a... So it kind of just has to look like a paste, but not super thick, if that makes sense. It was good on salt. I tasted it already. It's good on salt, but once you add it in the water, it might need a little bit more flavor, and that's when the chicken bouillon comes in. The knorr, whatever, the chicken knorr. So this consistency is good. Flavor is good. If it needs more flavor, you're just gonna add some of the knorr. But let's check on the meat and see how the meat is doing. So this is the meat. It looks like all is going well. It looks like it is cooking very good. So I'm not worried about this. I'm gonna let it boil for like another hour. I'll come back at 3 o'clock and I'll check on the meat, and then we can add the sauce, and then it can boil for another hour or so. But yeah, so the salsa is ready. It doesn't have to be that much because it's gonna boil in here. Okay, so it is 3:04. It is 3:04, and I'm going to pick at the meat. It is still pretty hard, which is okay. I have it cooking on medium heat. We should be done by like 4:30, 5 o'clock, which is good. So if you see this and I'm trying to pull the meat apart and it's very hard to fall apart, it still needs some time. You don't want it to be chewy. So that's pretty much it. But what I did want to do is I wanted to add the salsa in there already so it can boil together. So this is the sauce. I'm gonna add the sauce in there. I'm just gonna scrape it down with the spoon and I'll be right back. So I put all the salsa in there. It is all done. I'm just gonna mix it all together. You just mix it, it turns like a dark burgundy red color. I'm gonna taste it for flavor right now and then I'll let you guys know if I add more flavor or not. You know what? It's actually really good on flavor, but I know once it starts boiling, the flavor kind of dims down and it doesn't taste as flavorful, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add 1 spoonful of consommé. And literally like a spoonful. And I'm just gonna kind of spread it everywhere and let that boil together. I'm gonna mix it one more time, and in about an hour and a half we could come check on it again. We'll come back in an hour and see how the meat's doing, try to pull it apart. And once the meat is really tender and soft and it's ready, oh sorry, it got super foggy, that's how you know it's ready. So I only did this 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds or something like that, and it's basically like for my little family and all that. But as I was waiting for that to cook, I cut up some cilantro, and I also cut up some onion. I'm also gonna cut some lemons right now because I like to put this on top of my food. I am also gonna make some Mexican rice as one of my sides, and right now I'm actually boiling some beans, so we're gonna also eat this with some beans. And my mother-in-law made macaroni salad yesterday and she had some left over, so she sent it with me, and I'm also gonna use that as a side. They're super easy to make though. I will show you guys how I make my sides in a different video. But yeah, this is pretty much it. It's 3:09. We'll be back around 4 to check on the meat again, and then we'll see from there. Okay guys, so my beans look pretty done. I'm gonna get a spoon. I would say my beans are almost done. They're like 90% done. I'm gonna leave them boiling for a little bit longer. Okay. We're gonna open the barbacoa now. It smells so freaking bomb. I need to wash these dishes. Excuse the dishes. It just smells so freaking bomb already. Like I cannot wait to eat this. It looks pretty much done. If I'm honest with you guys, it just kind of pulled apart right now. Like as you can see that, like I just push it and it's falling apart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it boil. Look at it, it's just falling apart. So that's how you know it's done. It is 4 o'clock now. The carne looks pretty much set and ready. I kind of just want to pull it apart and make the pieces a little bit smaller so it doesn't take that long to cook. But look, like the meat is cooked. Everything looks pretty much done. Sorry guys, I'm all focused on the carne. I'm gonna just kind of pull it apart right now with 2 of these tenazas, and then I'll be right back. Quick little tutorial. I put rice in this cup, just regular rice. I just filled it up and then I poured it in here. I put like little piece of onion in here. It's probably like 4 little pieces of onion with some oil. You first put the oil in the pan and then you let it get hot for about 2 minutes, and then I add the rice in here and I let the rice get toasty. I'm currently cooking it on medium, so I'm gonna let this cook, get it toasty and stuff. After that, I'm gonna add a can of tomato, just tomato sauce. And since I used 1 cup of this for rice, I'm gonna use 2 cups of this for water, the same thing that I measured my rice in. And then I'm gonna add consomme, which is a chicken bouillon or something like that. I'm gonna add garlic powder, and I'm also gonna add onion powder to my rice, and it's gonna be so good. This I kind of just sprinkle it everywhere, not too much. This I also just sprinkle it everywhere. These I have just a regular spoon in here, and it's probably gonna be 2 spoonfuls of this, maybe even 3. We'll see right now. You kind of just taste the flavor and you just add it all in together and have it cook. I'm still letting my carne boil for a little bit longer because I want it to be more juicier. It's 4:25. Everything should be done by around 5:30 the latest. So yeah, it was a few hours that it took to cook, but I'm cooking it on medium. You could cook it on high, but it'll take a little bit longer on medium, just because I want to make sure that it stays juicy. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. My beans are actually done. I don't know if I showed you guys my beans, but these are just some fresh homemade beans. All I did was I put some beans in here to boil with some water, and I added garlic salt and regular salt, and then like I said, I might serve this with some macaroni salad as well. As of right now, I only have this little bag of macaroni salad. But just let your rice toast, let it get a little brown. As you can see, it's turning a little brown. So how is mommy's papita?
Good. Good. I
What
want
do you
lemon.
think?
Mom, I want lemon.
Okay.
Lemon right here. Right here. Right here.
Hold on.
Can you see?
There. So my kids approve my barbacoa and rice. Madeline approves the beans because she's the only one that eats beans in this house with me. Oh, and Carlos. They approve. So it's time for me to try it out. You guys, tell me if this doesn't look fire. This has to look bomb. Like, only thing I didn't make was this macaroni salad. My mother-in-law sent it to me, but bomb. Like, it is bomb. We're gonna do a taste test right now. I served myself a little early. I'm kind of waiting for Carlos to get home, but he's taking a while. And I wanted to do a taste test with you guys. My kids already approved of it, so... ¿Ya me puedo casar? ¿Ya me puedo casar?
Sí.
Okay, muchas gracias. So we're gonna set you down. Okay, so I eat this with tortilla chips, or okay, go there. I eat this with tortilla chips, and I just got these. That's not Lion King, that's Lightning McQueen. Okay, then I'll give you something right now. So I bought these. I picked these up at Food for Less, and it smells so bomb. Madeline wants a cookie. leche means chip. And I just add some lemon on here. The freaking plate is hot on the bottom. But here. It's I give myself a 10 out of 10. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And the lemon just makes it even much more better. I love adding lemon into my food. So I got some meat, some beans, and some rice. Madeline is mad because I didn't give her chips. But yeah, food is delicious.
Oh my god, there was a bone. It was just my thing.
Food is delicious. Here is the plate. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a lot more videos. Like I always say in all my videos, I'm gonna keep trying to be so consistent on YouTube. I want to post at least twice a week. That's my goal. If you guys have any other requests for me to make, I can make food, I can do challenges, I can do whatever you like. Just let me know what you guys would like to see. More makeup. Madeline wants a chip. Give me a second. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being so supportive and liking all my videos, giving me a subscription and all of the good stuff. But yeah, please stay tuned for more videos, and bye.